monsters are loose. Welcome, everyone, to Monster the Ravaging, Chapter 4. Time for more Gothic punk terror. A chronicle thereof. You're supposed to call it a chronicle, by the way. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned that in a previous thing, but you're supposed to refer to it as like a chronicle. There's literal guidance in the world of darkness of like, it's like how you break stuff into like sagas and chronicles. Anywho,
I'll keep that in mind when I make the Discord announcements. From now on.
Always remember to call stuff the right thing. Son of a damn it, I didn't come up with a new funny. Today I just referred to the witches, so I forgot to come up with a funny new term for the council below, the under council, the under menagerie.
Oh
well.
The ones below all.
The ones below all, Marvel style.
Deep-seated eyes.
Basically. Well, how are we all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Cool. It's great to have you guys here.
I'm excited.
Excited to be here. Excited to win the prize, you know?
When it's very important to win in the game of TTRPG. Also, I'm just going to mention this to any viewers out there. We're trying something new tonight. So if I don't think there will be any like subsequent issues with it, but we're trying a thing where I'm playing the music you're hearing for all of them over Zoom. It's a rather trivial thing we could have been doing many times, but no one ever said, hey, let's do it. So anyway, that's what's happening is you're all sort of hearing, they're hearing it as well. So if they ever are like, Philip, this is the wrong song for now, they can, and I can then change it to something maybe more appropriate tonally.
I'm enjoying it very much.
That out there.
Currently.
Good. This is Lost Lore Academia. This is the Lost Lore Academia title track.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what's playing now. The piano thing that goes into a thing. You're doing your ray gun dance. Much appreciated. So let's talk about what's going on in this wild game. This game, and I mean this in a positive way. This is only session 4. This feels like a more established world than only having 3 sessions before.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
No, it really does.
Yeah. This doesn't feel like we're only in our 4th session. Which is not to say we're not still finding our legs, but there's I don't know, things have been happening.
I think maybe it's just that our references we make are just so well understood by all of us that we
almost
feel
like we lived in that era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like this is when we were most paying attention to what cool people were doing. So the Empire Menagerie, having been told that there was a ravaging within their territory, have taken a goddamn helicopter, a big petroleum tricked out one with hidden rocket launchers, out to Harriman State Park. They either repelled or fell, but landed in an awesome way out of the helicopter, and are now tracking the ravaging that started back in the town, Gravestown, where they came up with some clues that sort of indicated to them that maybe this was the result of the Hammers, although, aka the hunters of monsters. But Truman remains a little unconvinced. Johnny, however, is fairly certain of it. They came to a lodge in the park, one that had symbols associated with some of like the mystic Masonic orders that the Hammers are known to be a part of, where they discovered a goth witch rave in full swing. Our good friend, Cod, do you want to change your name? Because what is your character? Oh, Gaius.
Gaius.
I literally couldn't think of it for a second. Gaius summoned some. Gaius rolled maybe the highest degree of success for anything we've had so far, using some protean conjurings, and basically summoned a bunch of fishmen, and then when explaining that he actually wanted smaller things for scouting, each fishman was holding frogmen. Each frogman was holding a frog in each hand. So there were a total of 10 frogs to go scout for you. The frogs then did the scouting and informed you that some witches were about to execute a guy dressed in sort of ripped up clothing, Hulk style, which you guys said, can't allow that. So you went in, guns almost ablazing. Actually, guns ablazing, because Truman, you scared everyone out. A car got exploded by a fishman who didn't quite time it right, but it was still fine. And you guys then faced off with these 3 witches. And interestingly, Gaius, also thanks to one of these Which level of which? It's not a.
It was
It's a spectacular failure.
Yeah.
On the thing. So we've had some really fun like fundamental misunderstandings of this game based on spectacular failures from Rage Die, where Gaius is very certain that these witches in question, one of whom has a book, two of whom have knives, and they also have kind of a mysterious sort of like gothed out mercenary international, got some French vibes. Have I said what her name is yet? Well, then it's Luca. Anyway, the point is she's there, and she has some she kind of looks like she and Truman, who both seem to dual wield pistols. We're probably gonna get some John Woo action going on here, sort of Matrix, et cetera, et cetera. But they're there. However, Gaius, fearing these witches, assuming that they were deeply connected in the old world and might actually be able to really threaten his empire here, was urging caution, and Johnny and Truman also didn't want to get into anything with witches. One thing that is known well is if you want to fight witches, kill witches, but never ever make a deal with a witch that you then go back on. That is I'm just going to say that across all my games, that's the worst idea. Never make a deal with a witch and then go back on it, because that's I will always punish you so much more. That's happened multiple times in Blood from a Stone, and the point is, that's just I just think that's fun. I feel like it's old magic getting out of not relevant. Well, it is, because you guys didn't do it. So good job. You didn't lie to them and say this guy is part of your menagerie and therefore under your control, because they would have handed him over. But you did say, how about we interrogate him and then you can do what you will. The witch is... Yeah, go ahead.
I do like that the only reason we didn't go through that ploy is even Johnny trying to wheel and deal cannot stomach implying that thing is on the same level as us.
Sure. Well, just get ready. But you guys instead were sort of like, okay, so let's make this deal. And the witches said, great, but they wanted to make the accord with you that after you speak to the monster in question, because you can all tell he's a monster, after you speak to this monster, they get him. And you guys were like, well, we're not sure we can commit to that. The witch is like, then I don't know that we have a deal. Then Johnny said, you win, Truman. And he shot at the lead witch, only to find the bullet blocked by a magical shield. And with that, we jump right into a momentous occasion. Our very first game that does not start with helicopters.
Wait, do you want to just cut to the helicopters circling outside?
You took away my joke. So yes.
I'm sorry. sorry. I couldn't let it happen. We can't do that.
Didn't we speak about Gaius's personal helicopter having a rocket on it or something?
Yeah.
You have,
Yeah.
So yes.
Imagine it whisking towards us.
Exterior night sky. Over the tall trees of the state park, a helicopter just swinging around. Let me do a more like intense like. Yeah, there we go. It's flying around. It's just looking cool, but it's not there. But it could be there as soon as Gaius radios it in. It's
I would like this.
Go ahead.
It'd be really funny to me if we did this and it was this really epic battle thing, and then it's just landing at the gala and.
Oh yeah.
And Countess is going out.
Countess is going to the gala with Deputy Fraser. All right, so here's what I need. Because this is a fight in which you guys are... This fight is basically just this is kind of how it's jumping off and kind of how this is. The way we determine initiative is there's no roll for it. It is based on the number of pips in your pool or dots in your pool. I don't think I say pips in this game. I need you guys to tell me how many you have in your combined score for composure and perception.
Composure and what?
Composure and perception. Because there are certain times where it's all about sort of acting as quick as possible, but since everyone is 4 and 5, okay. 5 is Gaius, 4 is Truman. How are you, Johnny?
7.
7. Ooh, Truman. All right. Our fish friends are actually going to be below you guys. They have 3.
Sure. They're amphibians, right?
They are at that. Luca. I keep saying
belong to the
fishmen.
sea.
I'm sorry, they're frogmen. The frogmen.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
frogmen. I even wrote him as. It's because fish heads was such a thing in Blood from a Stone. Everyone forgive me. Okay. Frog.
The Froggy Boys.
Men.
Oh, the Frog Boys.
The
From
froggy.
From Lost Boys.
The Froggy Bottom Boys. That's a.
Froggy Bottom Boys.
Oh, brother, where art thou, everyone?
Yeah, it is.
All
That's
right.
a real
That's
good one too.
It was pretty good, actually.
Luca has. Ooh.
I'm
okay.
trying to write.
Actually, so
Frog Brothers. That's what it is.
there we go. Guys, could you actually roll a d10? So you do ties broken by just a straight d10 roll.
6.
6. You will go ahead of someone else.
Hooray.
Do you want me to roll the witches as one or separately? They are tied with someone.
Roll as 1.
Roll as 1. Pierce, can you roll a d10 for me?
Poor thing.
Well, roll it. What do we got?
Okay. 6.
Okay. Well, okay. Sure you want to... there one. It's fine. Okay. All right. So, Johnny, you got off the first shot, but sadly the witch basically used. They have sort of like a dodge. They have sort of they can utilize some magic to sort of do this. But as this begins, the witches see that you're all here. The 2 on the sides. Also, Gaius, you have not you have not given the order. You can do that sort of for free at any point. They are below you guys in initiative, but the frogmen have not been told to come in, and they will not come in unless you give them the attack order.
Okay. Got it.
So that's like kind of up to you. Do it on your turn. Basically, just do it anytime before their initiative count, and that can work.
Sure.
The witches, the 2 with knives, they'll make their knives come back, and sort of seeing you here and getting a nod from their boss, they're going to run, and basically just one of them will attack one of each of you guys. So I'm going to say, roll a d6 because there's 3 of you. We'll say which number 1 is going after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think I'm
Going
close.
after Truman. What's that?
Where is the fella?
So they're kind of like, the guy you guys are trying to save
Yeah.
or kind of talk to. He is he's on the pentagram on the floor, surrounded by candles, where the witches were. But now the 2 side witches, they're running out with knives about to attack.
And we're by the door.
You guys are kind of in at the door.
Got it.
Like maybe halfway. It's not too crazy. It's not crazy far, but he's there. And then the main witch dude, he's there just over the guy. So Truman, one of them is going to come attack you. The other one will attack. They're not going to double team anyone, so it'll be either evens, Johnny, odds, Gaius. Odds for Gaius. So basically, Johnny, you shot. So the other 2 are already moving with their knives out. As you're already like, what? You're very aware, but they just won the dice roll. Basically, they're kind of even to you. They've run out, and they are now attacking Truman and Gaius. So Truman and Gaius, you have a decision right now. They are going to attack you. Do you want to dodge, or do you want to spend some of your attack pool to fight back right now?
I'm dodging.
You're dodging.
I would like to dodge too.
You're going to dodge as well. All right, so go ahead and make your dodge rolls. You're basically going to do a dexterity plus dodge.
Okay.
I'm going to come at Truman. I'm coming at you first. They... 2, 3, 4, 6.
Odd. Bad.
Uh-oh, that is 2 10s. This one just rolled. Okay. But nothing really much came of it. Okay, Truman, how many successes? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I had 1, but I can re-roll, right? I can spend willpower to re-roll.
You can spend willpower to re-roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll 3 of them, I guess. Then
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So Truman, you managed to get 2 successes in the dodging. However, they do get they did 3 successes, but you always reduce it by 1. So you do not take any damage, because even though they had more success at you, that's kind of the advantage of dodging. I'm now realizing that dodging maybe didn't need an advantage, since the whole point of it is it's kind of the automatic thing you do, but we're going to leave it there for now. That's fine, because they'll also get to dodge.
Okay.
Gaius, the one attacking you, how many successes did you have?
I got 2 successes, but I used 1 willpower to reroll 3 dice.
Understood. All right. Once again, I have 2 10s, but no other successes. So let's see if any of these come back up. I have an 8 on that, so that's 3 successes. But you had 2?
2.
So you as well, they're sort of fighting at you, but you're sort of, you're maybe some leather is getting slashed, but as you guys are doing cool
No, my jacket.
moves, no one is, you don't take any damage. Great. The last witch, however, is going to expend a little bit of willpower of his own, and you begin to see him doing some kind of magical summoning. So he's up to something there. He's doing some spell casting nonsense, but making it even more like dangerous looking. This whatever spell he's doing, it doesn't like start to take effect as of yet.
Oh man.
So he's prepping something into doing something. Perhaps it is a defensive measure, perhaps whatever, but he has kind of created stuff. I will say you do see like magical energy and kind of sparks and ripples and things like that. So, it is now Johnny's turn. Johnny, there are witches attacking your buddies.
Mm-hmm.
What would you
I'm
like to
gonna seeing what happened when I fired the gun.
Yeah.
I'm going to just drop it on the ground and just charge and dive through the air to grab at the guy who is like roiling with incantations.
Okay. Johnny, do you have any dice in lore?
In lore, I have 2.
Okay. Johnny, I would like for you to just real quick give me an intelligence lore before you do that. This is one of the DM things of like, what would the character maybe would know a thing in the world, but you know.
This is the monster, the Ravaging equivalent of the DM asking, "Are you sure you want to do
Kind
this?"
of the equivalent.
One
of that.
success.
One success. You definitely suspect that he might have put up some kind of like punishing, you know, this might be some kind of like defensive measure that he's taken. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like the beginning of like.
Oh,
a spell, not like a spell that had
that's
been
a
done.
description on my part thing. It's not so much that he has started something that like you're not seeing an immediate effect of, but you see sort of energy and magic. You think it very plausibly could be like a defense, like a.
Okay. Then new plan. I still will drop the gun.
Okay.
I will then attempt to take the person that is attacking Truman and throw them into the barrier.
Ooh, I like this.
Nice.
Okay. This is interesting. So you know what? I'm going to give you the partial. I'm going to give you. I think we did this last time you were throwing someone. I'm going to give you the range of your monstrous strength, but you're not going to get the reroll for free thing part of it.
Okay.
Because it is
Can I give
combat,
him-
but I'm going to get. What's it?
Would that
Can I
guy
give him
count
some
as being flanked?
inspiring words?
Uh,
He count as being flanked.
It's
Good.
kind of well, the person is flanked, so you'll get 1 bonus on the roll just from them.
Okay.
Just from Truman, you're kind of running up on them behind. Do you have an inspiring words thing, or are you just saying that? Or do you just want to? If you want to say something, please say it. Yeah.
I have a bunch of great quotes for this fight, so I just want to say, as I see Johnny approaching, and say, "Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give into the power of the music of the night." That's all I say.
Hearing is believing.
Go.
Hearing is believing. Music is deceiving. Heart is lightning. Soft as candlelight. Yeah, that's my favorite line from that. Carry on. All right. So Johnny, you're going to attack that person. So go ahead and use your strength and brawl. I'm going to give you the range that you can throw them that, even with just like basically by beating any dodge they do. Yeah, it's more fun. Let's give you 1 bonus. I'm not going to give them a penalty on it. I'll just give you a bonus. Yeah.
Which is just another die, right?
Just another die. And they only have... How much do these 2 witches have for dodging? That isn't enough, Philip. Okay, that's fine. despite that, I'm gonna spend one of hers.
That
to
explodes.
Ooh, boy. That was dumb of her.
I feel like we can do better. I'm gonna spend a willpower to reroll some of these.
Nah, it's more like it.
Well, you won't spend the willpower if it doesn't turn up with success, right?
That's true.
Correct.
You're not charged
If
with
none of them are
success.
successful, then I don't spend any.
That's a great.
But there's a 10. So 3 successes.
3 successes exceeds their 2. So you do. So first of all,
Worth the roll.
they were dodging, so you don't do the extra damage. However, you are going to throw them into this thing. All right. So when that happens, they just got to do a little bit of a stamina and oh, it's just stamina. Okay. I'll just make a little stamina roll here. Well, I'm gonna spend a willpower to re-roll the 3 dice they get to do on this. Yep, that's still no successes at all. So 1, a 6, and a 6. So, you see this witch get thrown into this thing, and the one casting it, kind of like is surprised for a moment, but the witch is slammed into this, and she sort of screams, dropping her knives kind of onto the ground as her body, like, you see like some like limbs break as her body is being kind of like pulled in and out of space through weird arcane energy. Looks very painful. You guys all, does anyone not have a Pippin lore?
No lore for me.
Okay, cool. Johnny, it definitely looks like
for
a well, I think all of you can tell this person just took some true damage. There you go. So, as she has done that, she's the guy kind of like, he sort of gestures and she'll sort of fall out of it rolling, but she's pretty much out of the fight at this point. She's like, she's not dead, and I guess she could pick up a knife and maybe do with some, penalties, try to do a thing, but she's in pretty bad shape.
Question.
Yes.
I don't know if I can like do an observing kind of thing at this point, but would I have noticed the barrier affect non-living tissue, like were the knives impacted by the barrier?
It was more that she
twisted or
dropped
stopped
them when she was hit. You didn't notice them. You didn't specifically see like the knife bounce off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Not certain as of now. You might have just been
Understood.
gripped by the terror of what you'd seen. The Chronicle of Gothic punk terror. Gaius, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna shout to the frogmen outside. Get in there, avoid the barrier. Kill as many witches as you can.
Okay.
Oh, not kill, take out as many witches.
You're like, well, maybe take them out because they're connected.
They're connected. Don't kill them if you can avoid it. But question.
Yep.
If I do protean conjuring and I use it to summon water, can I summon it within that barrier that witch is doing?
Ooh, you can, in fact. You can, yes, you could put it into that barrier. Oh, wow, very clever, in fact.
All right.
Yes, you can. I'm gonna say that it's not, I don't think this spell, it'll, okay, so you're going to do a protean conjuring for your move.
Yeah.
I like it, alright.
You see magics of the primal deep well up within me.
Okay,
and
so that's, you spend one more,
one willpower. Because the one I spent on summoning the frogs were last session, so I got them back this session.
They're still there. I'm gonna say you might not be able to continue to summon more creatures, but I definitely think you can summon creatures and water on this, without dropping one. I'm totally fine.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. So, and let me look at the size limits of. You're gonna tell us this. I gotta look up exactly how one success fills a small closet or sedan. 2 would fill a bedroom or office. Honestly, if you have 2 successes, this is totally drowned. Yes. What is it? So, for those
It's 2 successes so far.
Okay.
I kind of want to make it 3 successes to fill an entire office.
If 2 fills a bedroom or office nearly to the ceiling. What you're doing is less than that. So you're filling the space you were trying to fill for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Though we'll get to a fun complication with it in a moment. But if you
Sure.
want to spend power, you can do it more, and then it's like water will not only be in there, the water will. Oh, actually, you know what? The water will
rush
be more
out
pressurized because you
Yeah.
hit it in there.
Yeah, I'll
Alright,
do
so-
that. Spend the
okay.
willpower to try to
Uh-oh,
fish
yeah.
for fish for another success.
All right.
I feel like the entire time there's like, guys, we're not fish.
I'm so sorry. They're frogmen. I'm so sorry. They are frogmen.
No, but he said fish for a minute, and I just love the idea that you guys just keep saying there's like,
Yeah.
we're not fish.
He's fishing
All right.
for more success.
I'll
All right.
do it again to re-roll another set of three dice
Three
that
other dice.
wasn't
Okay, yeah,
re-rolled.
I get you. Oh no.
one more success. So yes, there we
Okay,
go.
So that means my witch friend. So the witch is suddenly within the boundary. The great news is the witch is completely full. This thing is full of water. The witch is like, Guys, the only trouble with this plan that you now realize, because you were still looking at the barrier, is the monster with him is also within this water. The monster who you guys are trying to get is also pulled up in the...
Oh whoa.
So first of all, I'm going to see if the witch just maintains sort of equivalent of like maintains concentration. Oh wait, he gets more on this.
We don't have luck in this game, right?
You do not have luck in this game. Okay. The witch does maintain concentration on the sort of thing, even though he's... So, like, you haven't bursted apart with the water. Unfortunately, he and the guy within, because you've put more... Like, the water is now heavily pressurized because you've managed to summon so much into this space. I'm going to have him do a stamina roll.
Oh boy.
Literally no successes, so he does take... so this is not... You don't deal true damage with this, so
Right,
he is
not
taking
with
some
that.
like buffeting, getting hit. No successes. You said it was 3. I'm gonna say he takes 3 points of normal damage.
So question:
Yes.
does that witch still need to speak while casting this?
Now that it is up, he doesn't need to speak to maintain it, as far as you can tell. But what he does need to do to maintain it is stay conscious, and he is getting buffeted within. So this might be going
Okay.
bad. However, this is a much more important roll, because I'm now rolling a stamina, which is 5, for the monster within.
Oh boy.
So you would love some successes here, is all I'm gonna
I would
say.
love that.
None. So, well, it's gonna things to take, but that monster is also buffeted around, and Gaius, I think, actually give me at the end of your turn, and actually, Truman, I'm very sorry, you're not next, but you'll be next very soon, don't you worry. Gaius,
But
give me a perception and wits roll. Let's see what you're
Perception
just sort of
and
seeing through
wits.
this maelstrom as you kind of now realize that, uh-oh, I pulled the guy in.
No successes.
Okay, cool.
It's
Then-
just too deluged.
Yeah.
I can't see what's going on in there. But before my turn ends, do I still have movement to get away from this person in front of me? Or is there like
shoot, that person was
lack of
there. That
property?
person should have been harrying you this whole time. Tell you what, I'm gonna say, because I forgot to have them give you a penalty of some kind on your thing.
I see.
Let's just say that you were able to do all of that because they were just cutting off any chance of escape for you.
Sure.
So
got
kind of
it.
will say
Okay.
that the reason you didn't get, they kind of saw you doing something like what they didn't impede your spell because they assumed you'd be running and they were cutting you off, and so by that time, yeah, they're in your way and you can't move. Okay.
All right. Gotcha.
It's Luca's turn. Okay, so Luca is going to pull out some enchanted guns, and she sees Johnny, Gaius, and Truman. I'm not gonna be like super mean and give her eyes of the bullet as well, kind of a thing, you know? But instead, she is just going to go after Truman in a very in other words, I'm not having her do the thing where she's attacking everyone, so I'm just having her with some serious skills. She is coming at Truman. And at this point, Truman, welcome to the bullet time. So Truman, Johnny just ripped one off, then you saw the thing fill with water and you see craziness and you're trying to look in, you can't see what's going on, but then your head sort of snaps as you see this woman. She's got, fishnet on her arms, and she's pulling up these 2 guns, and she's moving them forward, and then she begins to pull the triggers, and they're coming. The bullets are shooting at you, and you're in whatever bullet time you have. You actually can choose right now to do like a fight back, kind of thing if you want to, or you can just dodge. But know that your pool will be diminished if you choose to fight back against her on this turn.
I will just dodge
You'll
then.
just do some Agent Smith style dodges. Okay, so go ahead and make your dodge roll. That is dexterity plus dodge.
Shoot the bullets
Yeah,
out of
wanted.
the sky.
Yeah, pull like a wanted. Man.
Ooh.
She is gonna come in here.
I need one more willpower. All right, 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So that is okay.
Oh, I should have started with the fold up. I forgot about that.
Okay, she gets to re-roll 5 for free. That's another 10. Okay. And then she will spend Luca. And as Luca shoots, she will say, "Hee hee," like a French lady says. It's me. Okay. She is going to spend one of her precious willpower to re-roll 3 of those. Okay, so you had 3 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has had 5. So that means
Okay.
you are, despite your dodging, you are kind of just rip one through an arm. Now you're a pretty strong guy. She gets you in a couple places as she's doing some, kind of like running, gutting, like double stuff. You also, they're not true damage or anything, but like there's a sting to these that doesn't feel like normal bullets. There's kind of like a charge to them. It feels like a magical jolt. These are arcane ammunition she's firing at you. So, first of all, go ahead and give me a composure roll.
Nope, nothing.
Then you, my friend, take some rage, as you got.
How much damage do I take?
You lose 2.
Lose 2. Does the dodge not reduce that?
The dodge already reduced it because she did. Oh no, you take only 1 because she did 3 against. She did 5 against your 3. Sorry, yeah. You reduced by.
Oh no, it's fine.
So there you go. Yes. For some reason, I kept thinking you had said 2. So that is her turn. Your turn.
You hear Truman goes. Lisa screams out, "The angels wept tonight." I've got more kids.
Perfect. All right, so Truman, and before you begin, just so this is not a surprise, you do feel a minor effect of that arcane thing on you, which is that you cannot spend willpower this turn to on your attack. You cannot up your attack, but you can't re-roll dice by spending willpower because you've been hit by the arcane ammunition.
I can't re-roll dice with willpower, or I can't use willpower.
You can't. Sorry. Oh, I'm so. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yes, you can use willpower. I'm very sorry. You cannot re-roll dice with willpower.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Not as
Then I will-
debilitating as that.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm still gonna spend 2 willpower,
I love it.
and I'm going to pull out my double pistols from behind my back
Okay.
and scream out, "No more memories, no more silent tears, no more gazing across the wasted years. Help me say goodbye to you," and just start shooting everybody.
All right. So, so which targets are you going after?
I get 5 of them.
5 of
One of
there's-
them's Luca.
One of them's
all I
Luca,
care
and
about.
then you. Okay, Luca, and honestly, there's a witch on the ground. You can shoot her easy and kill her. Whatever. She can't.
Great.
Really, she won't even dodge. And then the other one is the one who is sort of holding Gaius.
Attacking
So,
me.
go ahead and roll your attack, which is dexterity plus weapon combat.
Oh, got 1.
All right.
Oh no, I got 2. I'm sorry.
2
Got 2.
successes. All right.
2 successes.
Luca, she is just rolling a dodge because she used her whole combat pool against you at the outset.
Sure.
Luca, shockingly, does not roll a single success. So I'm going to use some willpower first to re-roll because
she can use them, of
She didn't
course.
get hit by any arcane ammunition. Okay, that is 1-8 for a dodge. You got 2 successes against her, or 2 successes
Yes.
total. Okay, I'm not gonna do more because with her dodging, she will not. Oh, she'll avoid taking the damage from that because the
Of course.
die limits are
Oh,
one.
wait. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I have a rage die, don't I?
You do have a rage die. Roll your rage die.
Roll.
No, nothing.
No.
The 6.
Ah.
It's fine.
A 1 would have been so rough there. All right, perfect. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm rolling on behalf of the witch who is attacking Gaius. She
Sure.
will get her dexterity and dodge, which is not as high.
Is she being flanked as well? Because I'm there with her.
Sure, let's take one out. That's fine.
Good call, guys.
She does.
Well done.
She rolled a 9 and a 10. Let's re-roll the 10.
Yeah.
It's a 4, so that is 2 successes for her as well. So basically you're doing your thing where you're like shooting at both. I'll say that she more like as she will say that your first shots go towards Luca, who is doing some Matrix style dodging around, and her whatever leather is flipping as she's kind of doing a side, like a bullet passes, but she just grunts
Yep.
and continues. But that gave the witch flank attacking Gaius a chance to sort of see that, and so she dodges by the time a couple of bullets like explode, an Adirondack chair next to her. But
Yeah.
so you're in it. However, you're going for it. You're going crazy. Very fun stuff. With that, Gaius, you did call for it. So suddenly, all the doors explode inward. Yes, Truman?
Oh, sorry. There's still 2 more witches.
Oh, right. Well,
around,
so
right?
one witch is within a. Oh, so yeah. Okay. So, you will get the one on the floor who I'm gonna. Oh, no dodging, but I'm gonna roll her one. I'm literally gonna roll her a primal thing just for on the ground.
Sure.
It's an 8. So she manages to just like in her honestly as she's like her true damage as her body's just shaking, she just spasms out of a perfectly done shot you would have done to take her out. And I know
does that
this is
only
very
reduce it
disappointing,
by-
but I'm very sorry. Yes?
Reduces it by 2, right? Because of the 1 dodge, or
It reduces. It reduces by. Well, that's true. Okay, sure. We'll give her one more on that. So you've got that. Then you take a couple shots at the witch within the boundary, and
In the
as you
wand,
feared,
yeah.
that does not. Oh my God!
Okay.
Wait. Unless would it be cool to have it? Hold on. Truman, I want you to roll a single d10.
poke a hole inside that thing.
Oh, that's a D8.
Okay.
It's a 5.
5. Okay, yes, you hit it and it just like it does. You now seem like it looks like that blocks him not only from bullets and such, but also so sadly your bullet is messed up. But we'll get back to that maybe because we might be able to do some shenanigans as Ka was just suggesting it might work out. All right.
All I wanted was to be loved for myself.
Also, welcome raiders. It looks like we have a raid there. Hi, we're just in the middle of playing thank you so much for joining us. We're just in the middle of playing a very 90s Gothic punk horror game, sort of in the realm of things like Vampire the Masquerade, but ours is called Monster the Ravaging and features some monsters. So they're fighting some witches, and now the frogmen whom Gaius has summoned, they are now leaping into the fray, which is gonna get interesting because there's 5 of them. You told them to avoid the barrier, so they're not going to the barrier. So one frogman will jump on the witch who is on the ground, who Truman just hit. That is an 8, a 9, a 10. And okay, so that one just is, she gets to roll 1 die. It's a 1. It's that which is a sensational failure. They just, like, a frog just like jumps on her, sticks his tongue out, wraps it around her neck, and just, garrotes her head off with the frog tongue.
Okay. Oh no, the Habsburgs are gonna be mad at me. Oh no.
The other frogs, one of the other frogs will leap toward the witch. 2 of the frogs come to the witch attacking you, Gaius. She's gonna roll a dodge with 1 down because she's flanked on many sides, and gets 1 success. First frog attack. Gaius, actually, you roll the other frog attack for me. They're gonna get. They get 6.
Okay.
So roll 6 for me. I'll roll 6 for the other guy. Yep.
2 successes.
2 successes, yes, 3. She had on her dodge 1. So basically, she's still up, but her health tracker is going down as these frogs are, just batting her and biting her. 2 frogs will go over to Luca as well. Could you roll 6 again for me?
Oh, okay.
That one's nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so Luca, seeing these frogs, she's kind of like shocked that this is happening. She sees these frogs show up and is like, what the hell? So she like slides, slides under one really impressively, but another one leaps over and jumps and bites her on the head. That was 4 successes. She had no successes in her dodge, and so basically she takes 3 points of damage each. Oh boy. Okay. So she gets so basically she dodges one frog, and a really cool thing with that, kind of like runs straight into another one who really bites her and kind of slams her down with the head. It's a bad news moment for her. So that's all 5 of your frogs. One ripped off a lady's head. 2 others are attacking one witch. 2 others are attacking Luca. And it is now the witch's turn. The witch who's being attacked by multiple frogs. She didn't sign up for this level. The thing's filling with water. I think she is going to attempt to simply sort of dodge and get the hell out. Or get the hell out of dodge, if you'd rather. Gaius, if you want to try to stop her as she kind of runs and evades, you can spend some of your attack pool for this round to do so. But you do have to then you won't have that for any subsequent attacks.
Well, I don't plan to attack, so I might as well.
Okay.
So
you're not worried about her. You're not worried about her old money family.
Well, if they don't know, they're mad at me anyway. And if they don't know, might as well.
So if you'd like to, you can basically do. In other words, this is like on her turn. You're going to use your fight. So however many dice from your brawl
Dex.
And it can be. I think it's usually brawl and strength.
Just exactly 1 dice then.
Oh. Well. Yeah. That's.
Just trying to trip her up to prevent her from running.
Go ahead.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a businessman. 8.
An 8. It's a success. So that's 1 success against the dodge. Her dodge has 1 success in it. So you won't trip her up, but roll 6 dice for your frog guy. Oh no, actually wait. Your frog. No, your frog. It starts at your own turn. So your frogs have already used all their stuff, so they actually can't stop her.
All right. Sure.
Okay. So she does manage to get out. Now, Truman, at your range, you might be able to go after her on your turn. You could look at her as she's running away, but for now, she does run away.
I don't know. There's
Launch the missiles.
this Luca person. I really want.
Lock on.
Luca's your real threat. All right. So, perfect. In that case, and then the guy inside. Ooh boy, stamina roll for my friend inside as he tries to sort of maintain consciousness and not get buffeted around by the high pressure situation and keep something going on here.
He's in a lot of pressure right now.
I'm gonna remove 1. I'm gonna give him a penalty.
I was just taking a joke, not to.
Oof, no successes for him. All right.
Oh boy. If it knocks out, does that cancel out the shield before the other guy has to make a check?
Ooh. No, it wouldn't. Shoot. I had him do that when it happened, but I guess I should do that on what his initiative would be. That's not great. All right. Okay, so you see the thing begin to waver a little bit. That boundary of magical energy that now is extending higher and has the water, and like a breaking apart sub, kind of some high pressure things of water are kind of shooting out between the arcane sigils, floating around as things begin to flicker, and now there's water lapping out from under it. Gaius, you probably realize just how much water you've put into just what a small thing there, so that you may have a sense of okay, interesting.
I should get out of this building then.
Yes, but Johnny, it is your turn. 1 witch is running. You could also chase after the witch if you wanted to, the one who escaped.
But our monster's still in the water, right?
The monster's still in the water.
I'm gonna try to pull the monster out of the water.
Okay. Johnny, you walk up to this thing, you can see it shaking, the sigils are freaking out, it's terrifying, whatever. You're going to try to reach in and pull him as he's kind of being buffeted and swung about in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny, pitch me on alternate things.
Okay.
But I have some bad news where I believe this is ultimately has to be dexterity, because I'm going to give you the opportunity to actually reach between sigils as they're flashing away. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now, if you want to, you can just do strength, but you should understand that there's going to be some true damage involved.
No, that makes sense, but can I also then, if I'm trying to, like, watch this and time this, can I also add my perception to it?
I think that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to try to time this out to, like, reach it as that thing goes. Okay. I love it, Johnny.
Okay.
Fisher King.
It's not a 10.
Okay.
That's not great. Let's roll. Let's spend a roll power to roll.
Willpower to
These
yeah.
dice.
Always nice.
That's much better. Another 10.
Ooh.
That's going to be 4 successes.
4 successes.
Dang.
Johnny, with 4 successes, you're kind of like, ooh, like you don't like this kind of video game, but you wait. And honestly, your strength is so high, you have the ability to pull it out. So you do wait for 2 of the sigils to pass. You kind of hit with you kind of move out of the way of a stream of water, and you reach in against the sort of torrent as you just grab the guy's leg and sort of pull him out. Okay.
Fantastic.
You're pulling out the monster, not the witch.
The monster.
Okay, that is a 10. Okay, so 1. So the monster, sort of like this guy, as you pull him out, what do you do? Like, you're just like pull him out, like throw him on the floor. What's your sort of?
I think I would pull him out, and then I would hand him to the nearest frogman.
Okay, there's a frogman
Okay.
right there who's at the witch.
I'll say, and I'll just look at him and say, "Bring him to Gaius."
Okay, so the frogman reaches up. You pull the guy out. You notice the guy, like the body is like coughing up like water because he's been drowning in there. He also seems to be in some pain. The monster has taken true damage as you pulled him through the thing.
Ouchie.
Good.
And as you hand him to the frogman, Johnny, you watch as you kind of like get him to Gaius, and you sort of show this to Gaius, and the frogman's like "Ribbit," and kind of grabs him, big head, big eyes. You hand it to them, and the frogman kind of looks for a moment, and then, Johnny, there's no other way to say it, the frogman is simply like ripped utterly in half. As this guy turns back, eyes glowing gold, body transforming before you, tusks and horns, demonic creature appearing as his body is shaping out again, having taken that true damage, and the rage upon him.
God damn it.
Yeah, I should have done a true damage means you really have to do well on a composure. I should have done that. He had 0 on the composure, so this thing is a ravaging is happening before your eyes as he's like body is breaking, he's getting bigger and kind of just, and it's this horrible monstrous like demon out of hell, like curved horns, breaking skin, very kind of like Hulk transformation meets werewolf transformation. You're seeing skin breaking as he's kind of like throwing the pieces of one of the frogmen aside. As he's kind of raging up, but he is very angry, having taken that true damage and been drowned. So he's in initiative now. That's fun.
And I'll just turn to him, and I'll just and then crack my fists.
Okay.
But I'm not having more actions, but I'm just sort of staring him down as he's turning into this.
Absolutely.
Beast.
Cool. All right, Gaius, it's your turn.
Well, that complicates things. All right, Fishman, try to subdue that thing.
Ribbit the frogmen. We're Ribbit. All right, they're going to do that. They don't sound great about it. They saw what happened to the other one, but that will be their plan next turn. Don't you worry. Okay, Gaius, anything else you're doing?
I'm gonna leave the entire building because
Yep.
that torrent of water might be very bad when that breaks
Basically,
out.
well, Torrent Water's about to do, and there's a Ravaging monster, and yeah, so you're gonna
So,
move on.
and then I'm
Great.
gonna radio in the what did I name my helicopter pilot?
Wait, I have it.
Harrison.
Harrison. All right,
Harrison,
right.
Yes.
'Cause I said
Harrison,
absolutely
we need
not.
extraction. Bring missiles. Bring the missiles. We'll need that. Oh, and if you see a witch running away from the building, yeah, shoot him if you can.
That's one click more than Harrison can handle, I think. All right, so very good, Gaius. So basically, Gaius, yeah, your turn is just to get the hell out. Truman, you see Gaius like running and calling like, "Bring in the thing!" And Truman is you're focused on Luca, and then you and Luca both kind of look and are like, "Oh, jeez." It's like kind of like getting up to at this point he's like the size of like an ogre probably, and he's not done growing yet. You're based on the tracks you saw earlier, you're suspecting he's probably going to be more like T-Rex size when he's really ravaging. Yeah, that's what all you guys can do if you get mad enough. But you guys are too busy. Like, we don't want to take any rage. Oh, speaking of which, a ravaging's happening once again on your watch. Could you all do a composure check, except for you, Johnny?
Ugh.
You can avoid it here.
I have to roll my
Composure.
rage die on this, right?
Do
Just composure.
just composure. Well,
Success. One success.
I'd let you put leadership on because you're taking charge.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay, yeah. You guys, you're not feeling great, but you're not getting mad about it. Yes, Johnny?
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something. I was trying to remember. We should only have 4 legacies, right? You didn't give us a 5th one.
You
last
only have
time.
4 legacies as of now. You'll be getting some more legacies eventually, but right now you'll
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't forgotten.
All right. Okay, that is his turn. Luca, seeing this, ooh, you know what Luca's gonna do? So there's a fish man on her, but now the fishmen have been told to go after
Frogman.
this. The frogman. Oh my god, the frogman does release her to follow Gaius's
They'll all
thing.
be dead soon anyway.
So she is gonna kind of like she's like wiping slime off and dealing with like she's got a couple injuries here. She's looking at this. She's looking at Truman because she definitely wants to fight Truman. So what she's actually gonna do is use her turn to kind of like like run and like hurdle over something and get herself into a position like near a wind. She hurdles over like some chairs or a table or something in like a cool like coat sweeping over the candles that are still burning under it before water spraying the thing extinguishes. And she jumps over that and she kind of lands. Oh, at this moment she does disrupt some white doves who begin to sort of fly around her in all directions. Some nesting doves. She lands there and she is basically in a position near a big, even though it's a mountain lodge, there's one stained glass window because Gothic punk. So she's kind of next to a stained glass window, kind of in a position she hasn't used her fighting yet. So she's kind of just like, she's ready to kind of take out whatever comes her way in a very, in a very defensive situation. So that's her turn. And Truman, that means it is now your turn. So basically, Luca is like ready to fight or run based on what you do because the situation has changed. One of her employers has run away. One has been beheaded. One is trapped in a watery grave
Of course.
that is about to explode. So what are you going to do?
Do you mind if I paint this scene that
Please.
I do?
Absolutely.
Truman sees all this and then he takes a moment, the rage consuming him, but he crouches down, takes a deep breath. His mask turns a deep crimson red as his frustration and rage starts to really come out. He says very quietly, what does he say? He says very quietly, "Close your eyes and let the music set you free." And if you listen close enough, you can hear the organ play out of his what do you call it, BlackBerry in his pocket, his massive BlackBerry.
Yeah.
And then he does a spin, so the coat flips out. He pulls out both of his guns, and then as he starts shooting, he starts to run along the walls of the cabin doing as much of a full circuit as he can,
Okay.
shooting at both the monster and Luca and any other witches that happen to be in the area.
Okay, so one thing that does make the power, I don't need to make Eyes of the Bullet. I don't need to do anything with Eyes of the Bullet. That's only that round.
Yes.
So you don't have Eyes of the Bullet now. So you either have to spend.
Well, I was gonna spend 2 more willpower to do that.
Understood.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, so you're
Yes.
going at her and the big monster.
Yes. Are there any other witches still breathing that
None.
aren't in water?
If there is the one in water, so honestly, yeah, you can your attack can even shoot at him. He's kind of got like in addition to any, he isn't even doing dodging. It's more just like cover. But let's go ahead and see what you do. So go ahead and make your roll. The monster is not dodging or anything. The monster will simply take whatever damage you're about to do because he's not even attempting to dodge it. Though he does have kind of a threshold situation, which we'll get to in a moment. Your girl, however, she is going to, as you're doing your run, she is doing some flips of her own. So go ahead and...
I'm going to use my last willpower right now.
Oh my god. Oh no. Well, yeah, use it now before she hits you with arcane ammunition. It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I rolled a 10 and then rolled an 8 after that. So I did get 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, buddy.
Yes.
Here we go. Oof. What is that? I'm calling it on the ground. That's a 9 on the ground. Oh my god.
Huh?
That is... Okay, so that's 110 I get to reroll. That is...
Not sounding
That
good.
is...
I
That
don't
is
like any of the sounds of this.
1 9 on the ground. 2, 3, 4 9s. Plus a 10, which I'm rolling. It's another 10. So we're at 5 success. No, we're at 4. No, we're at 5 successes. Reroll again. It's a 3. Now I'm going... She does have a thing you don't have where she gets to spend up to her weapons combat as a free reroll without expending willpower. So she's going to reroll 5 of these guys. She's already at 5. Another 9. So that is 6 successes, my friend. So you had 2?
3.
You had 3. Okay, so you... And there's no dodge or anything. Oh, no, it says you have the benefit of dodging, right?
I have dodge. Yeah.
Okay, so you lose. So basically, you're like doing these shots and you're hitting the big monster and you're hitting the stuff. And with 3 successes, roll a d10. Let's see if anything gets through the morass.
10.
Roll it again.
8.
Double success. I am going to say that you managed to get through and you hit the one in there. So Truman, oh boy, is a lot about to happen. Okay, so Truman is running around and he is saying, like, close your eyes, let the music set you free. Only then will you belong to me. And as he's sort of shooting bullets in time, as he's running up the wall, kind of doing the bullet time parkour, a bullet rips into that thing, perfectly avoiding some of the sigils and somehow cutting through the water. Ripples in there. As it goes slow motion, and inside the unconscious mage, who's kind of like, hold on, this is going, the bullet, you can see him just moving in to perfectly intercept the bullet right into his throat. Meanwhile, you shoot the monster with 3 successes. You do hit the monster. It snarls. It will make another composure roll. And fails, so it takes more rage. And now, oh wait. No, it wasn't nothing was a 1 or a 10. However, so you do that and you're kind of like, you're like hitting the monster. But so at first you're like, okay, I don't know if that'll get that guy. You're like, ooh, this monster, I don't know, this is cool. And then you're going to Luca, but she is doing like a spinning cartwheel. She kicks off the wall, goes down. You're kind of continuing to run, but you try to slow up, and she slides under you and like does actually get you in the gut a couple times pretty bad. So you do lose 2 health from that. As her 6 over your 3, you get the benefit of dodge, so it's only a thing. So you
I have to make another composure roll, don't I?
You do have to make a composure roll.
Oh, 4 successes, 4 dice.
And none were
4 6 4 all 9s and 8s.
Okay, cool. The rage dice was not a 1 or anything. Great.
It was a 9. Yes.
You hit and you're hit, so you're like, oh, but you keep your thing. And then as she slides under and does that, she then, I'm just giving her some flavor because she did get 6 successes. She also backflips and shoots the window out behind her and escapes through that, falling off a little gorge I hadn't described earlier and into the night. Okay. So that's the thing. Gaius, you are outside, so you see.
I thought she would have landed like a motorcycle that was already planned for her.
I'm gonna give her a primal roll to see if she lands on a waiting motorbike. Oh, it's a 7. That's a bummer. Cool.
She lands on a Vespa instead.
I think she just lands in dirt and bounces a few times, but she has escaped. All right, Luca has escaped to be a thorn in your side later. Meanwhile, before the frogmen get their turn, the bullet impacts the throat of the witch. He is dead, and it is at this moment that the column of magic and water, the magic dissipates, and now far more water than can fit in that space explodes forth. I need Johnny and Truman to give me dexterity athletics rolls.
Okay.
Gaius, you're outside and already taking defensive positions, so you're okay. However, would you roll for your frogman? Could you roll 4 for me twice?
Okay.
That guy has none. Actually, 5. They should get a bonus because they're amphibious. Okay, he gets 1.
2 successes for 1.
Okay.
No successes for the other.
Okay, so one of your frogmen is pretty badly buffeted. Truman, you will lose 2 more of your health as you are knocked by this water hard into the wall. Johnny, this is again normal health. You'll regain this once a minute. Johnny, you lose 1.
1? Okay.
As you do lose your feet and get knocked down. The monster. Okay, wait, hold on. He gets a lot of dice for this. I may be thwarting myself because he probably won't fall and therefore get more rage. Because you don't want him getting more rage. He's got a lot right now. No, that's 2 10s and a 9, so and another 8. So yeah, he's the monster does the monster is kind of like momentarily buffeted by it. Meanwhile, I think for the most part, the frogmen are also knocked around. One of them might also have been killed in that blast, but the others are kind of, swimming forth. But now, as we come to the end of this, the frogmen were told to attack that guy by Gaius. So Johnny...
I should subdue it. So.
Subdue, yeah. So Johnny, as you and Truman are kind of like coughing up water and sort of trying to get your bearings as this place is now flooded, and just chairs and stuff are thrown. The monster is sort of turning, and you see these frogmen just rumping out, and the monster's grabbing more frogmen and slamming one into another and here, there, wherever. The witch is dead on the ground. Johnny, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Sure. First question.
I'm so sorry. I take it back. The Ravaging monster actually is higher, so he gets to go first. So the frogmen are the end of initiative, so they attack him.
Sure.
Ka, would you just roll a 6 on behalf of all the frogmen? This is kind of just a This is like a
6 dice.
6 dice for me. They don't get any shenanigans or anything. Just
1 success.
1 success against. He's gonna fight back since he's
right, a monster.
And his turn's about to happen, so he gets them all back. Oh boy. 2 10s, reroll 2, an 8.
I don't think I'll have any more frogs after this round.
Yes, basically this happens, and Johnny, as you're kind of thinning up, it's like so 2 frogs are already down. He grabs 2 more frogs and just slams them into each other like this, and then the last frog heroically leaps up, tongue coming out. He grabs the tongue and basically turns the frog inside out by pulling the and at this point he now is even bigger and kind of becoming more monstrous. You see a tail beginning to whip forth as it's splashing through the water. Just the pounding of this is a very monstrous, terrifying thing. Johnny, it is his turn, and since you're the closest one to him and he has some sense that you did the true damage to him, he is gonna and it is kind of like demon T-Rex with big arms, kind of but he's just coming for you and he's gonna attack. So Johnny, your choice here is to dodge or to fight back right now.
I think
we do a
I will
composure roll
fight.
for the water.
Oh yes, you do. Sorry, Johnny,
Okay.
you do as well because it was damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Oh shit!
1 success.
Was it a
So-
1 on your rage
I
die?
got two. I got 2 successes though.
Okay, but a 1 on your rage die.
Yeah.
Okay, so take another point of rage, Truman. And, Truman, your turn is going to be dictated for you because you're so blind with rage against Luca. We'll get to it in a moment here. Okay. So Johnny, what are you going to do?
I don't take any rage because I have a success.
You have a success, you're good. Yeah.
I really feel like, given my dexterity and dodging, it's better for me to fight back in this sense.
Well, I would actually allow you to do a strength athletics to just like run as fast, like to just like run. You wouldn't get the bonus of reducing damage if he beats your run, but if you like, you're probably more likely to just have the successes to counteract his successes if you do that. So if you want to, you have monstrous strength actually, don't you?
I do, yes.
So if you want to frame it as you are like leaping, just like you're just gonna like leap through a wall and get away from him, you could do that. But if you do want to stay close to him, you cannot do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to leap away.
Okay.
I'll try to just...
So give me and you do get to, you cannot roll dramatic, spectacular, monstrous failures, and you can re-roll your strength score.
So I can roll up to 5 dice.
So you get to roll 7 dice and re-roll 5 for free.
Yeah.
And then others for free with maybe expending willpower. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will do this because if you manage, he will. It's like, so you're not getting the benefit of a thing, but if you exceed his, you'll sort of get out of the way without taking the damage as you escape. But you're probably leaping away either way.
That is a lot of ones.
I'm so sorry. Oh, my 9's over there on the ground. It's like I'm one short.
Well, we might as well reroll, spend willpower to reroll these last 2 here. Oh, no, 3 actually. No success, so we didn't spend that willpower.
Oh boy.
So I have 4 8s.
4 8s. All right. He has a lot of dice he gets to roll, and he has so many rage dice on top of it. He only had 3 successes. So Johnny, you manage to, just as he's doing this, you're kind of like seeing this like, like with like dripping, frogmen hanging off of his stuff as he's just kind of coming down on you. You just leap with this kind of, monstrous thing straight through a wall. And you land unharmed outside near Gaius. You jump all the way to where Gaius is run.
And then we're landing next to Gaius as I blow it up.
Yeah, we're calling Harrison.
You've called Harrison, you have. All right. Gaius, you're calling Harrison. Ooh, tell you what, Gaius. It's your turn. Would you give me
manipulation and leadership to try to
Sure,
motivate him?
I think manipulate. Yeah, if you just want to browbeat the poor guy, yeah, you can do. I was gonna actually say intelligence and leadership, but to kind of coordinate the strike. But if you want to focus more on just telling him, I'm bankrupting your family if you don't destroy this place right away. Yeah.
Maybe I'll accept the intelligence
Okay,
and leadership.
Perfect. So give me an intelligence. That's plenty of dice for you, sir. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Oh my God, Truman. Still running on the
9,
walls.
0. So 2 successes so far.
Okay.
I'll re-roll the 10. Okay, still 2 successes. I'll spend 1 willpower
Might as well.
to re-roll another 3.
Yeah. It's tricky because it's kind of like willpower. It's like you want to, you need them, but as the night goes on, it's like burn them. Why not?
Yeah, I might as well use my last one to re-roll the last 3 that haven't been re-rolled yet.
Sure.
With just 1 10 in there, so 3 successes so far. And that's it.
3 successes. I will say 3 successes is enough for you to like tell him, and he's moments away, and you can't hear.
I basically coordinated what the whole situation is. Whole place is inundated. All witches are dead, except for the one that escaped.
One is in. You don't even see her. She probably glamored herself. Stupid witches. That.
And there's a big ol' hulking monster.
There's a big ol' hulking monster kind of freaking out. Okay, so that brings us off screen, Luca's doing something.
Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna spend one more willpower for Luca. Oh, that's 2 10s.
Oh.
Okay, and an 8. So there we go. So Luca, well, we'll be getting into sort of this stuff. So basically, it is now Truman's turn. So Truman, the place is broken. You're full of. You have 2 rage now, 3 rage.
Yeah, 2 rage.
You're furious at this. Luca did this. You see this huge monster behind you having like gone for Johnny, and it's just like tearing apart the place. But all you can think is, as you can feel one of those stupid arcane bullets in your gut. And good thing you have no willpower because you couldn't spend it to reroll anything right now anyway. You just want to go after Luca so bad. Like, all you can think about is chasing Luca down. So you must go after her. The good news is this is going to get you out of the building that's about to explode. I will let you choose how to do that, but you no longer care for your main goal. You are overcome. The rage you feel for having been bested by this arcane gunslinger, you must go after her. So how would you like to do that? You can leap out after her just into the night and see where you land and how that works. Or you can, rush out the doors, or what do you want to do?
I think for sure he leaps out the door, or he leaps out the window.
Yeah, you
So,
leap
Last
after
window.
her. I love it.
yeah, I think actually. Oh my god.
I love this. I love whatever he's about to do. I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's a little dissonance in the words he says, but the way he expresses them are he's so angry and also like just sad. This deep wellness of sadness as he actually rips his mask off of his face, and it's just this hideous burned and scarred visage, if anyone can see it. And he yells as he dives through the window and runs off in the night where he thinks she went. It's like, I tore off my mask so as not to lose one of her tears, and she did not run away, and she did not die. She remains alive, weeping over me, weeping with me. We cried together. I've tasted all the happiness the world can offer. And just...
I like that he says that all as he's like flying through the air.
Oh yeah.
We're talking comic books
He's
time
like,
here.
I'm doing this. He's like
Yes.
jumping, and sure enough, there's kind of like this was like she jumped down sort of a little ravine that's down there. Truman, as you're falling, give me a perception and wits. So I guess that's 4 dice for you.
6 dice for me.
6 dice for you because of your rage on top. That's right.
Ooh, that's a 0.
Nice. On the rage,
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
I'll tell you.
Understood. All right, so with 3 successes as you fall through the air, you're kind of like looking in there, your rage focusing. You can see... Three successes. All right, here's how we'll do this. You see some kind of, you do actually see, Sherger's motorcycle is further away. You see some kind of, small tail light escaping into the underbrush, as you're falling, there, she's running.
Mm-hmm.
But with your third one, what you see... No, wait, how many... She had more successes, you don't even see it. You land and roll and hear a click, and that's when the claymore explodes. So, if you could please give me a stamina and a dodge roll. We'll put them together for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This lady.
Luca! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Is it a 1? Oh my god, please don't be a 1 on the rage die.
It's 2 1s on both rage dice.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Are we gonna have 2 Ravagers here?
Well, first of all, okay, so here's how this is going. Okay, so first of all, Truman, oh no. Truman, you are actually going to take, No, it's two. It's two of it. Okay, so first things first. The claymore. I'm only gonna have you 3 damage. The claymore explodes, and with the absolute worst luck, as you see it or maybe you see it maybe the tragedy is you see it, but you're already falling and can't turn in space. You're like, no, Luca. You hit it, and I'm gonna say in total Super Smash Brothers, but like with a Matrix vibe physics, you are blown directly back into the building. Right as the missile hits.
What?
No!
Are you kidding me?
So he's like flown back up, flown like right back in like it's a trampoline.
This is fucking Looney Tunes.
What's
Yeah, go ahead.
have you guys ever seen Cowboy Bebop? But there's
Yeah.
that scene where Spike and his nemesis are fighting, and like he jumps through the chandelier and the music just starts playing and everything goes slow mo. I see him as it explodes. It's just all of a sudden it's just like beautiful music kind of
Yeah,
da,
exactly.
da, 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 as he flies back into the room and then explodes as
And
the
then the
missile
group
hits
explodes
him.
again. And it is funny because the monster, like, seeing you come back in, the Ravager, the Ravaging-er, is like turning towards you, like, as you land. So basically, at this moment, Truman, you have no health. But the problem is an explosion's about to happen here. So the explosion connects. You talked Harrison into a good shot. Truman, give me another stamina dodge.
We're gonna have to trade in the Opera Mask
And
for some
you do
Dark
need to
Man
know here,
burn
Truman,
patches.
that if you take damage in this state, it is true damage because you're out of health right now.
Right. Second question:
Yes.
Do I have another rage point from the claymore now?
Yeah. Wait, is that what you had the two? Did we do a? Go ahead and do a composure.
We
roll.
did not.
Okay, so 3 dice under composure first.
Is
I
it
think
each
that also
rage?
I'm gonna say the claymore was so hard you need 9s and 10s.
I did not get any successes.
So you have so you have another rage.
Great.
How many rage do you have now?
Great. 3.
Okay, that's great.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Well, that's a lot of dice you're rolling.
Yep.
So provided there's no ones
Yep.
on the thing.
Well,
Okay.
might be a 1 on 1 of the rage dice.
What if there's a 10 on the other one? Which cancels
I
out?
will actually allow some canceling out if you get a 10 on one of your other 2 rage die.
Not so much, guys.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Okay, so
fine.
Truman is blasted back in. So this is some real, like, Truman leaps out so mad and gets hit by the bomb she set, blasted right back in, right as the thing goes. Truman, just all you can feel is the fire and the anger. The monster, here's how we'll have this work out so that this is kind of a group thing. So Truman, you go flying out of the doors where Johnny and Gaius are standing. Johnny and Gaius, can you both give me dexterity dodge, please? As Truman comes flying into you.
Two successes.
I am so sorry about
One
those spectacular
success.
failures. 2 successes?
Yeah.
And 1 for me.
1 for you. Okay. So Gaius, you managed to get out of the way of Truman. Johnny, you were hit by Truman, taking another point of health damage. Truman, we're not going to go crazy with it, but you do take 1 point of true damage.
Yeah.
As you just the physical toll, your body in cinders, just the excessive explosives and damage of this as you crash into Johnny, who is knocked down. At this point, as actually Truman and Johnny, you're pulling out of this. Gaius, you're still standing, you've moved. You look up, and this is a very critical thing I'm about to do. Johnny, you watch as the monster leaps out of the wreckage at your helicopter.
No. Harrison, no.
I actually cannot believe that. I rolled 10 dice for the monster as I do. I have 0 successes.
Oh wow.
He does, however, get to reroll 5 of them.
0, 0, 0, 0,
10.
0. Harrison, evasive maneuvers, please.
Okay, but I haven't
Drop
rolled
some
his.
chaff.
I haven't rolled his rage on top of that yet. Hold on. Rage.
One in the rage.
There is no 1 in the rage, but there is a 10, which means a monstrous success. So basically, he leaps out. It's gotta be kind of bad for him, though. Okay, here's what it'll be. He leaps out and, like, hits the helicopter in the air. Gaius, give me... Harrison's good at stuff. Let's give him 4 dexterity and 3 fine motor skills. Roll 7 dice on behalf of old Harrison.
Okay.
He could do it.
All right, Harrison, shake him off.
This is a very
8,
punishing
9, 9.
system.
4 successes.
Yeah.
4 successes. With 4 successes, the following happens. The monster leaps up and, like, attacks the helicopter, leaping further out of the flame. He's totally on fire, just jumping. The helicopter begins to spin and spiral down towards you all. But at the last second before it lands on top of Truman and Johnny, he gets control of it. So now you're just being, like, pushed down by the stuff. Truman, yeah, go ahead and do that to their composure. I see you're now realizing if you have so much rage on you.
I did. I want to let you know this is amazing. I got 2 1s and 1 10 on my
Rage dice.
dice.
We're going to say the 10. I'm going to give. The 10 is 2 successes will supersede the 1s. In this case, I don't know that I'm always going to do that with multiple on there. We're going to say that you don't take more rage because you already have 3. But I will also say that Truman, you are like, you're in really bad shape right now. There's no mechanical way I need to impose that on you. You understand? The Claymore trampoline moment. That's mean, but I'm really happy with this situation.
As bad as Truman looked with the mask off, he looks even worse now. If that's believable.
Absolutely.
I think we're in like Dark Man territory now. I think you're just gonna have to wrap head like entire body in bandages.
I feel like we kind of started at Darkman territory, and we are beyond that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
So as you guys are here,
Half his jaw's missing. It's not
as
pretty.
you guys are here, and Truman is in this horrible situation, the bad news on behalf of all of this is that the helicopter somehow is not destroyed. It's got some slash marks on the side. But you see, like, you can hear some trees and a roar in the distance, but the monster is gone once again.
Ugh.
And you guys are, I mean, perhaps some of you may be, but your Truman is in no condition to carry on.
Fine, let's keep.
Need to recover.
The monster was injured at one point, right?
In what sense?
Like wounded, like someone actually hit it, right? Because I think you shot it.
It did get
Truman
blown
shot
up by a
it.
freaking
Yeah,
missile.
He got hit by a missile too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The monster's taken it. The monster's been hit several times. I will say, Johnny, though. Ooh, tell you what, Johnny, right? Give me an intelligence and a lore roll.
Okay.
Man, lore is really important.
So there's a 10, so it explodes.
Yay!
Into a 9, so that's a 10. That's 3 successes.
Even though it is what set it all off. So it's kind of, you don't want to do it. It seemed like the only thing that like really had a major impact on that monster was the true damage.
I'm more just looking to see if there's any blood.
Ooh. There is some blood on the helicopter.
Okay. I want to... Alright, let's... This is a... This is an oil. This is an oil helicopter. So, are there any, like, field kit tests? Or there's vials that we could maybe save this blood in it?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You can easily get such a sample.
Great.
Air tags haven't been invented yet, so I have no means of, say, fetching some sort of animal that wasn't scared off by all the goddamn explosions
Probably
and
not,
trying to track the
sadly.
blood.
The monsters have gone. Ooh. However, well, Truman, I'm gonna say you're down for the count at this moment, unfortunately.
Oh,
but-
I'm gonna get
Them
my
into the
mask.
elevator.
Oh, you can
And,
go. You can like are you like going through the rubble to find your mask, basically? Yeah.
Well, he took it off as he leapt out of the building, so I think he's looking to see if it's outside the window. And I would like to. I would really appreciate if it's like half destroyed, so it only covers half his face.
Perfect. His half. It's absolutely half destroyed. And oh god, I want to have some kind of like. Ooh, let's say that one of the ones that had tagged you earlier, not only is it half destroyed, on the edge of it is some like weird little like arcane sigils that got branded by one of those arcane bullets.
We need to go after that girl. That's what we need to do. We need to go get her. We need to follow her. We need that bitch.
You shouldn't talk. You're gonna bleed out if you keep talking.
Truman. You're breathing from your mouth right now. I don't think we're really not going after anyone. And as I say this, I'm gonna like look around in the rubble and like dig out just a pack of cigarettes and light one up.
Oh. The witch had a grimoire, right? That was now inundated with water.
It is. Yes. You
Oh, but it was
addressed
blown up by the missile,
It
probably.
probably was, but so
Yeah, but it would have
Gaius-
been wet.
it was-
So
here's the thing, Gaius, give me a 1. Just 1d10. Just
1d10.
shoot me a 1d10.
All right. Come on. 10.
A 10 would be amazing.
6. Nah.
You find like part of the cover and it like falls apart in your hands.
Well. All right. That's about it. Truman, how are you feeling? I'm about to slap him, but I stop.
Oh, they destroyed my BlackBerry. Destroyed my mask. That freaking witch got away. The beast is ravaging. How do you think I feel?
bad.
All
I
right.
need to kill something or someone.
You do.
We're not doing that on my helicopter or my pilot. Okay. So,
And
Don't
by the way, is Truman in on not Truman? Is Harrison in on the?
I think
Shenanigans.
Harrison probably understands. You know, Harrison has been briefed on this, but Harrison may die very soon, I'm sure. However, I will say one thing, Gaius, as you're looking here, as Truman is full of rage. I would like for you to give me an intelligence analyze roll, Gaius.
Intelligence and what?
Analyze.
Analyze. Okay. Eight. 1-8.
1-8. The monster is going in a different direction than it sort of
Oh.
approached from. As far as you can tell, it seems to be roughly heading back to New York City.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, very fun.
Man, so first of all, that was so fun. I really enjoyed that a lot. That was silly nonsense.
That's great.
How do we now feel about the rage being a thing you're putting on top of the dice?
I actually feels like it's way worse.
I think it's worse, right? I think it's worse.
Yeah.
It
don't-
looks like a
I
buff,
don't-
but it's actually not a buff.
I think it's better.
You think it's better? Okay.
Well, look, guys, the thing is, you get the same amount of fucking rage dice either way.
That is true.
So
you
it's
might
not
as well
better
have
or
some dice
worse
that
as
are-
far as
yeah. It
exactly.
Just, tonight it happened to be bad. I also
No, but
do
the thing is,
think-
I just
go
feel
ahead.
like it's worse because if it's symmetrical, like our enemies are having so much more dice.
the bad guy, the
Like
now
that beast ravaging,
Oh yeah.
a ravaging thing that has like
Now,
how much rage do you have to trigger a ravaging?
That's true.
well,
That's
he
true.
If you're adding
isn't
like
rolling,
6 extra dice on top of
He isn't
stuff.
rolling all of it, but there's the point being.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
We may adjust some of the stuff of this, but combat in this game is mean.
Yeah. Well, I was actually just thinking
Yeah.
in general. I was thinking about this earlier as we started because I was just thinking, like, think about D&D, right?
Yeah.
D&D, like standard difficulty
Yeah.
is a 10.
Yeah.
Which means even without bonuses, you're at like a higher than 50% to succeed on it. At any given time, you have a 30% chance to succeed in this game. Like, you're rolling multiple die, but like you need, you know what I mean? Like it just in the get-go, it's kind of punishing.
I will mention that I am using the 8, 9, 10 and 10s explode.
Yeah.
Is different. The current version, it's actually 6 or higher.
Oh, okay.
But there's no exploding stuff, and I think then the DCs or the targets are higher. Like, you need more successes, but more things count as success. I'm going by I think 2nd edition is technically the one.
Yeah, I don't mind the 7, 8. That's not really a complaint. It's just something I
but
thought
it
about.
Is,
It's
but
like,
yeah, you're right. Yeah. But it also, but it feels right for the sort of like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything bad happening in this doesn't feel wrong.
Yeah. No. Oh
you know.
God, I really the mine. I'm just.
Yeah. Yeah. That was. Yeah.
That's
real
rough,
lunatic.
but also like I can really see that in like a 90s like goth movie of like just
that's 100%. Like, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like you described something from one of the Resident Evil movies with Mia Jovovich.
Probably.
I feel like that has
Doubt
happened in one of those movies.
Wouldn't doubt it. Well, that was very well. Nice work on for the most part. No one died, so that's good. But
we're now
How long does it take to get
enemies
true
of the
damage back?
Habsburgs.
a day.
We're now
One
enemies of the
per
Habsburgs.
day.
One witness left, and Luca's out there, and now the monster's still ravaging. So I don't know if we actually succeeded with anything today.
I feel like I succeeded in everything I set out to do.
Oh,
So happy for you.
That's the Johnny Wright philosophy.
But
Well, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's
Well,
it is amazing how fast things go downhill.
I think that, and maybe that's the problem.
So
There's
fast.
there's a spiral with the multiple rage dice spiraling can get.
yeah.
Like maybe next time I'm not gonna have you roll the rage dice on your composure rolls to avoid more rage. Maybe
Please.
it shouldn't make it more likely that you fail when you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's like taking rage that should just be composure. You don't add the rage dice on top of that just because that's a death spiral of like, you know.
The rage dice are a death spiral anyway. I mean, you have a 20% chance on every die that you're going to re-trigger it,
Of
and so
something
the more
crazy,
dice you get, the worse and worse
Yeah.
this becomes.
So maybe for the adding more dice, you should. We'll try that next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
Devs are patching it. Devs are listening
dev
to the
patch.
news.
That's gotta patch it.
Oh, feedback.
Well, yeah, that was great, guys. Thank you so much.
That was a blast.
We'll have more of this certainly. Let's see.
It was
Tomorrow
a blast
night,
of water. That's what it was.
Oh man,
blast of water.
that was a real nice little drowning.
By the way,
decision,
very
guys.
good.
You
Very
thwarted
good.
this guy's plans so hard. Like he was gonna do some other stuff behind that, and instead, that was very fun. So tomorrow night, please join us for the finale of the Dreamlands. Right now we have a shocking come from behind, making it. I don't want to talk about close votes or like whatever surprising votes right now, but this week an option that I wasn't I'm talking about in our downtime for our game, not like other things.
Okay.
An option I was not expecting to be the winner got out to a massive early lead in the vote for the Dreamlands finale mission, which was to stay and defend. I was very surprised that was out to a big lead at the beginning. And then slowly, I guess because KJ has been posting such funny GIFs in the Discord, the go on a mission to the versus verse has picked up, and I think as of now they are close to tied or tied. But we've also had people bringing in the banana emoji to recommend a split. As
They
in,
split the party.
because all Kevin wants to do is split the party. So, depending on how close the vote is, we will see how things go. I think honestly, if it's a tie vote, that will default to a split. I won't roll between them, sort of a thing. Maybe that's what I'm gonna say. But so that'll be tomorrow. So I think there's still a little time to vote if people want to. But I think most people have already voted. Who vote? On Wednesday, join us for the Deck of Long Lost Things, where things have really also elevated there, just in terms of some devils coming for their dues. But the team did get rid of a pitchfork that probably would have been more trouble than it's worth to hang on to. So they got something out of it, which Dan immediately claimed for himself. So check that out. And then on Friday, I believe, I know the thing still says Blood from a Stone. On Friday, we are going to do a stream this week, sort of saying what the new Friday game is going to be, kind of maybe talking, not even like a session 0, almost kind of just like an intro chat about it with some of the players. So join us for that on this Friday as well. You can go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, and the wiki to see how all these games intersect. Also, please follow all these wonderful people on their socials, those who are here and out. Across our channel, you can go to our About page and see what everyone's up to. Would anyone like to plug anything? Manzukis anything? Rekzukis anything after today's session?
Sure. I will say that tomorrow, because it is Veterans Day, and Andrew has the day off of work, we are going to we have finished Neva, so we'll be starting our new game tomorrow on Andrew's channel. We'll be playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which means that Andrew and I will be doing that for the next 3 years, I think. At the rate
Precisely.
So it's gonna be very fun I'm very excited to just build a character with Andrew. Like, we are gonna have to decide on stuff about our character together. So I think it'll be fun. And that'll be on his channel. Andrew's trying, I believe, at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And as far as tonight, I'm gonna make another witch movie recommendation. I'm gonna make one that comes from. Oh no, there's a thing in the way.
What are you pulling out? Which building are you pulling it out of?
This is from the I Spit on Your Celluloid book a little while ago. But it is a very fun movie. It is called The Love Witch. It came out in like 2016. It is a loving, like, pastiche of 60s sort of witchy horror movies and Technicolor stuff. It's very fun, very cool, and just like entirely made basically by one woman, and it's pretty phenomenal. So that will be my
intense production design in that movie.
Yeah.
And how many people get blown up? How many people jump out of a window after someone they were in a gunfight with and get blown up by a mine that person left, and they get blackened and then get hit by a missile?
Oh, I think it's like every other scene.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds pretty good then.
Yeah.
That was wild.
High entertainment. Wow. That Eyes of the Bullet thing's super OP, huh? The grill.
Well, the Eyes of the Bullet. This was not that you didn't have enough targets for it to be like, you know.
Just got to roll good. I think it's really the key.
That's the thing.
Just roll good. Just roll good. Easy.
Because it's only one turn, maybe it should only cost 2 willpower. Because his protein conjurings do a lot for 1 willpower, you know.
Pretty
He
good.
also rolled incredibly well.
Yeah, he did roll really good.
Also true.
Protein conjurings.
I stacked the dice in my favor to make as many possibilities to get high roll.
You did. Well, thank you all for watching. This was very fun. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow for the finale of the Dreamlands. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for more Monster the Ravaging Insanity. I think you guys will probably reconnoiter with the Countess next week. We can sort of see your next plans for fixing this, because the Low Syndicate, they're gonna be mad at what you're up to.
Well, I'm pretty sure a freaking devil is not in the menagerie, no matter how you freaking sliced it. A literal devil.
I was kind of saying demonic. He's not like a devil. It's
Well,
sort of like,
to me, it looks like a devil. It looks like that thing does
very
not belong in the
devil-like.
menagerie.
It's
That
definitely,
is not ours.
I will say, as a tee-up, you guys are not quite sure what lineage this ravaging monster is. I'll say that. And on that note, we will end tonight's game. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Until then, never let your leather be anything less than shiny, or your helicopters anything less than loaded with hidden missile launchers. Enjoy the night, my Gothic punk friends.